What's up, Bergen County? All right, you guys. So inventory is rising, price drops are rising, and homes are still going above ask. What is going on? I'm Stacy with the Stacy Esser Group, and as always, I'm so excited to bring you real market data so that you understand what's going on if you're a buyer, if you're a seller, or if you're just curious about Bergen County's real estate market. Hang out with me. We're going to get right into the data. And as always, I'm going to offer you some pretty cool tips on what you need to do to be a fabulous buyer or a fabulous seller in our real estate market. All right, Bergen County, let's get going. All right, you guys, we are going to let the data do the talking. And as always, if you're with me every month, you know I like to go back before I go forward. We're going to start with some lagging indicators. The data definitely can help us understand what's going on in the market. So first, let's take a look at homes sold in Bergen County. We could see this sort of very typical seasonal dip in homes sold, but the good news is we did stay above the 2024 trend line, and that 24 trend line is here in orange. I think that's orange, maybe blood orange. You could see that we're slightly above where we were last year for a 12-week look back between 2024 and 25. So now let's take a look at what's next in lagging indicators. We're going to take a look at how much those homes sold for. So we can see here that we have enjoyed a steady climb, pretty much a steady climb, a little bit of ups and downs, but pretty much a steady climb way above 2024. You're looking at $728,000 as the median sold price, which is close to 8% over where we were last year. We're consistently selling houses for more money than we did the year before. All right, you guys, we're taking a look at pending home sales. So this is pretty indicative of what starts to happen when we start to get into the spring selling season. We are obviously trending up with pending houses. It is pretty cool to see that we are selling more houses. So that means we have more inventory. Essentially, we have 9.3% more than we did last year as far as pending homes. If we're seeing a higher percentage of pending homes, typically that means we're seeing more demand, more buyers maybe stepping back into the market, more sellers actually offering their houses because we can't sell what we don't have. It's going to be very interesting to see how high we get, how much product is coming to the market, especially given all of the headwinds that we're facing right now. You all know what they are. We've got like tariff conversations and trade war conversations and the stock market, volatility, and interest rates have been fluctuating above 7, below 7. So there's a lot going on for the housing market to absorb. And I think it's going to be interesting to see whether the buyers sort of block out all that noise or whether they just continue to step up and purchase at the level and the price that they have done so far. Do we have more product to sell? We know we have more demand. We know we have more pendings. We know those pendings are coming in at higher prices. And the answer is barely. We do have some more inventory, right? We have like just under 1% more product than we did before. So that's good. You could see this is the seasonal cycle. Like look at the orange line, right? We are above the orange line. 2025 is above the orange line barely. So we're above 2024, barely in new product. But this is what's supposed to happen. This is the orange line. This is the cycle of inventory coming to the market, and then it starts to come down. So we're going to have to watch that really closely. So now let's look at what those houses are coming to the market for, that new listing median price. And this is what is like shocking to me. Like, oh my gosh, shocking. Just remember, like a minute ago, I was showing you how we're selling homes for more than we were before. And now we're seeing new listings come in at 748,000. That is a 10.7% year over year increase, you guys. Oh my God. We are not acting like the rest of the country. We are seeing the prices rise. I mean, look at this. It's just like up, 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 up. So, okay, what have we learned so far? We have more inventory. We have more solds. We have more pendings. We have home sold prices on the rise. And we have listing prices on the rise. That's what we're seeing. Okay, that's what we're seeing. Is there any pushback from the buyers? We're going to look at price drops. We're also going to look at list to sales price. So that is another really cool indicator of whether or not the market is pushing back on the prices, all right? Okay, price drops. Finally, we see a little bit of relief for the buyers, a little bit of relief, right? We're seeing this blue line represents the spike in price drops, which is kind of where I started at the beginning of the video, right? We have price drops increasing, right? We have price drops way above where our 2024 line is. So let's just take a look at that. We are half a point above, but that only means right now we're only seeing 1.5% of all of the active listings experience a price drop, which is still so low, you guys. We're definitely seeing some buyers just push back. No. So we're going to keep an eye on that because that trend line is very, very interesting. Okay, you guys, let's talk about average list to average sale to list ratio. So what does that mean? It means the house goes on the market and it sells. Now that selling price is a certain distance away from the list price. And that is what we refer to when we're talking about the average sale to list ratio. We tend to see the list to sell price ratios really tight when there's a lot of demand. And we tend to see the list to sell price ratios pretty wide when there's not enough demand and it's more of a buyer's market. We're still in a very strong seller's market. What's really interesting actually about this trend line is that we were below 24 trend line or kind of swapping in and out of 24 trend line until we got to about February. Why is that? The market was a little softer in the beginning of the year. We came into 2025 with pretty high interest rates. Interest rates started to dip a little bit and products started to come to the market. Maybe the buyers started to dip their toes back in and you could see what happened here. We just really started climbing, pretty much climbing, at least climbing way above 2024. And it is just, we hit March. Like here, you could see right about here, March 16th, and we've just been a steady climb. And this is spring, you guys. This is where the buyers are facing the most amount of competition for the same homes. And that is why you will always typically see the list of sales price be tight. Be the tightest right around in the height of that spring selling season. So you could see here that we are way above where we were last year and that homes are selling on average above the list price. Obviously depends on the price point, but that is where we are right now. So what does all of this mean for you guys? So it always comes down to one important trend line, and that to me is always months of supply, weeks of supply. That is the one trend line that measures what is going on, the price, the homes that are coming to market, the trend in which we're selling them, and that gives us the best indication of demand versus supply. That's why I save it for last, because it's the most important. Okay, so the entire year, first quarter 2025, you guys, we have too many buyers chasing too few houses. So let's wrap this all up. If you are a buyer and you're considering taking a pause, I want you to remember that other buyers will do the same thing. And as things settle down, everybody jumps back in and prices will continue to rise and you lose an opportunity to maybe be a buyer where there is a little less competition in a market where clearly every indication is showing you that there is more demand than there is actual product to satiate the market. And even with more price drops, you're still so far below what you would need to have a shift in this market. So what does it mean for sellers? It means that, listen, you guys, if you're an ambitious seller and you're aggressive, you might have to price drop. It's not beneath you to price drop. If you're marketing your house correctly, if you prepped your house correctly and the market is not stepping up and showing you it's interested by giving you bids, you may have to take another look at just how aggressive you're being, and that's fine. It is totally fine. Just recalibrate. You will have the buyers stepping up and you will win in this market, because even with a price drop, you are still winning in today's market as a seller. Okay, I'm Stacy with the Stacy Esser Group. This was your Bergen County local market real estate update. And I'm so appreciative of you guys spending some time with me, diving into the data. And if you would not mind, please like and please comment and please share with your friends when and if you decide you want more information on your specific local market price point. All you got to do is put a comment below, text me, DM me, and myself or anybody in my team, because we cover all of Northern New Jersey, will help you identify the best strategy for your real estate needs. Thanks again. Stay happy, stay healthy. Bye.